it comes to mass casualty events with firearms specifically, 77% of those crimes have been committed with firearms that were obtained legally. The firearm crimes that people talk about that are the vast majority illegally obtained firearms are your regular, everyday crime. And since these weapons are being obtained legally, that is how putting in proper restrictions, better processes, better precautions can help reduce this type of crime. We've seen this in states like Massachusetts and Hawaii, which have the lowest death from firearm crimes by having better restrictions in place. And the vast majority of people aren't talking about taking away your firearms and banning firearms, okay? Yeah, some people do believe that, but that's not the vast majority of people. We're talking about things like mental health screenings being required, not just seeing if you've ever had a mental health thing documented on your federal record. Actual mental health screenings to purchase a firearm. Repeated screenings annually or biannually to make sure that you're still in a mental place to be safe to own that firearm. Requiring that not just the person purchasing, but anybody that resides in that residence that has potential access to that weapon is being trained and is going through those mental health screenings as well. Required training and licensing, not just for you to be able to conceal carry, but to own it in the first place. And repeated annual or biannual of those trainings. Longer waiting periods to ensure that somebody is not acting out of impulse when they're making that purchase. More in-depth background checks. The current background checks really only check to make sure that you're not a felon and you don't have any misdemeanors. And making those background checks universal, not just at licensed dealers, but at private dealers and at firearm shows as well. Better requirements for storage and having to prove that you are actually utilizing that storage, especially when there's kids in the home. And the polling actually shows that 90% bipartisan people agree with these things. But people are so quick to jump to being defensive and arguing about this topic and not actually listening and trying to have conversation and coming up with ways that we can make this better. We will never get anywhere to make our children safer in schools, to make our loved ones safer in public places if we can't sit here and talk about common sense ways to make people safer when it comes to firearms.